Arab Ambassador, diplomats, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. In the beginning, I would like to welcome you all in this special event, the 72nd anniversary of the establishment of the League of Arab States. And I would like to express my highest consideration and appreciation to Indian government for their permanent support to Arab issue, especially Palestinian issue. Ladies and gentlemen, just to apprise you briefly about the League of Arab States, it was established on 22nd March 1945, when leaders of 7 Arab states signed formal declaration entitled the Charter of Arab League, marking the foundation of the 22-member regional organization. The League of Arab States has been taking major steps towards increasing and enhancing relations between India and the Arab world, which culminated in the establishment of the Indo-Arab Cooperation Forum in December 2018. In 2013, His Excellency Secretary General of Arab League, Dr. Nabil Arabi, is in India, and he signed a second memorandum of cooperation between India and the League of Arab States to boost mutual cooperation and step forward in development and enhancing the friendly ties between India and the Arab world. The fruits of this cooperation can be seen in the bilateral achievement, which have resulted in many conferences and meetings that have taken place for the purpose of enhancing the relation between both sides.
Your Excellencies, assembled guests, friends, I cannot find words to describe my feelings upon getting this honor. But I must add immediately that all that we have done, the little that we have done, is all a tribute first to our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has lent a fresh vigor, a new energy, and I believe most importantly a new vision to the relationship between our country and to the Arab world. This gesture has many beginnings. It has a beginning in Manama, it has a beginning in where the External Affairs Minister went and made a very important speech, a speech which established the framework of the new vision. Your Excellencies, you know from your own experience the warmth that has enveloped our relationship with the Prime Minister's visits to various countries, to the visits that we have had here. We saw this warmth, this relationship at our Republic Day. But this much I will suggest, that each one of these visits, each one of these meetings is part of a much larger architecture. And that much larger architecture envisions a relationship that, yes, as His Excellency the Saudi Ambassador said, is as old as history, but is also as new as our generation. We are not merely reflecting our Prime Minister and the many leaders. They are not merely reflecting what we have achieved in the past, but we are also creating a partnership for the 21st century. A partnership that will echo decades in this very home down the line when somebody else will be saying the same things and perhaps adding much more. His Excellency the Saudi Ambassador has given us a very comprehensive idea of the content of our relationship. In fact, in many ways he made the prepared text I had totally irrelevant because I would be repetitive. But by doing so, he has given me the ability to expand a little more on our relationship. And very often I have thought that what really is it that keeps our relationship, gives it so much depth, gives it so much breadth, gives it so much value. And the real reason is not simply geopolitics. Of course, geopolitics brings us together. Of course, trade brings us together. Of course, the fact that there are words in the language that embrace the human relationship that we have had. But what really makes this friendship a very special one is the fact that we belong to the culture of shared values. And it is these shared values that remain steadfast, that hold us together even during the occasional highs and lows that are part of any human endeavor. And it is these values that are cherished by our Prime Minister, by our External Affairs Minister and by our government. And the extraordinary response that we have got from the highest to the highest is a tribute to not only what we have done, but what we still want to do. You may think that when I talk of values, I'm only saying words which are spoken at such events. I ask you to ponder one fact. Just ponder one fact. As you have said, trade went on ships. We had merchant armada, we had merchant navies long before. Just think of one fact. There was no war on our seas before the arrival of colonialism. There is no record of conflict on our seas before the arrival of colonialism. And the birth of the Arab League is a signal and signature date in history because it represents the emergence of a new world, finally, and a new age which is finally breaking off the shackles of colonialism and rediscovering itself and creating a new world. 1945, 1947, within 2 years, 2 continents really had found the beginnings of the future. I don't say that they found a future that day, but certainly they found the beginnings of the future. The future we are trying to create will go through turbulence. History is not an easy space to walk through. There will be periods of turbulence, but the conviction that we have shown, the ability we have shown is proof that we will find that horizon, we will find that future. We know that those who want to create turbulence have at the heart of their mission, they want to challenge the nation state. But we are together in protecting the integrity of our nation state. We remain committed to the Palestinian state. We remain committed to our friendships because our commitments come from conviction. They don't come merely from words in some text. So, Excellencies, once again, thank you ever so much for making this an evening that I will cherish. I accept this not on my personal behalf, because I alone am not deserving. I accept this on behalf of the mission that has been established by our Prime Minister for a world in which our partnership, our friendship becomes one of the pillars and one of the great creative agencies of the 21st century. Thank you so much.
ছন্দ জানিল তো ইচ্ছে নন্দ রাজার দিকিলাতি কেড়ে ছন্দ জানিল তো ইচ্ছে নন্দ রাজার দিকিলাতি কেড়ে ছন্দ জানিল তো
India and Arab world have very important background of the relationship. When India was a very rich country and the other side was not that rich, we used to look after the Arabs. And they are old people who are surviving, they know this fact. President Modi government has lot of inclination towards the Arab nation for various reasons. That this government means business with them. In this Republic Day also you notice that their representative came. Our president has visited many Arab and Gulf countries. Our present Prime Minister is also paying attention and visiting these countries. So probably the fact that we have to live with synergy, harmony and looking after betterment of each other is now working. So I appreciate the move by Mr. Modi in a sense that he has shown a very transparent inclination towards the Arab world and he means this.
Well, this is an honor for us, in fact, to host the 72nd anniversary for the Arab League. The people, they liked our place here, and this is the second time we host the Arab League annual anniversary. So we are very happy, we are very much honored. It's an opportunity for us to interact with so many people. Now today we received more than 2,000 guests, including the guest of honor, His Excellency MJ Akbar. India is historical. It's bedrocking on very solid historical ties. And we should look for ways and means to expand and to benefit more from this historic relationship. It's well established. And I think in terms of economy, it's also very fruitful and very good for India as well as the Arab. Well, I think we are in need for promotion of the culture of tolerance, because sometimes the differences, psychological vibes and the disparities and gaps, cultural gaps, may result into friction, which will give undesired results. What we need is to live the culture of tolerance for the purpose of future coexistence between our people. We are not very much worried about the small things that happen here and there, but we hope that both of us, India and Sudan and the Arab world, will work towards promotion of the culture of tolerance. That's very important in a world that is full of terrorism and problem. And this is why we need to define things very clearly, and also to maximize the benefit from the various civil forces in the society.
Well, the event is quite reflective of the very rich cultures that exist in the Arab world. Obviously, the food also testifies to the the very richness and the very diversity that exists in the Arab world is very tasty. It's quite nice in the sense that you have a long history there of cuisine, of the whole idea of cuisine and food and getting together and enjoying. I think it was reflective tonight. I think the presence of the Minister of State, Mr. Akbar, was quite significant. His message was very clear. So if I can just grasp the main idea, is that the India and the Arab world, they have a long history. They have a good friendship, they share values, they share principles. The whole idea is to work together, is to find ways and means where not only trade, not only business, but also the security and the well-being of the people can be ensured. And this was the main idea.
This is one of the most attractive events that we have in diplomatic community. You know, you have unity and diversity in Arab world, and you can see that. You can see that in the cuisine and in many similarities, but also many differences. It's huge richness, it's huge tradition, it's huge culture, and in the events like that, you can see all those kind of things.
Coming from, I think, the whole essence of the Arab League countries coming together, that's what attracts the Indians or any other country for that matter. It's not about one particular country, it's about the whole Arab League fraternity. And then when you're talking about their interest in India, their business opportunities coming in, and vice versa. I mean, Indians looking forward to the Gulf countries for business opportunities, for working there, for investments, or for moving on to that country for better living conditions, for that matter.
It's a wonderful event. It will strengthen the relationship between India and the Arab League, the countries, all the Arab League countries who are stationed in Delhi. And otherwise also Arab League has got very good bilateral relations with India, naturally.
This is it's the Arab Day. It's one of the special events for us, for all Arab countries. And then we were very honored to have the Honorable MG Akbar and many friends from the Ministry of External Affairs and all our Indian friends. This is a day not only to celebrate the Arab Day, but to celebrate friendship and the relation, the long-standing relation that we have with India.
Yes, thank you very much, and welcome you on anniversary of Arab League. But first of all, let me to thank Indian government for their permanent support to Arab issue, especially Palestinian issue. And we are very glad and happy to award His Excellency MG Akbar on behalf of the Secretary General of Arab League. This is a special event, and this is like traditional party. You can consider this like traditional Arabian party. We have a lot of things we want to work with India. We have Indo-Arab Forum. The Secretary General of Arab League visited India in 2013, has signed the agreement with Indian government. And we have a lot of conferences and meetings under this forum. So that in this year we have a lot of meeting and festival. First of all, we have Indo-Arab Festival conference. It will be here hosted in India. And the second one with the Indo-Arab conferences for university conferences. It will be in Kuwait, and Indo-Arab dialogue. It will be in Jordan, and also the high official meeting for external affairs. It will be in India also. I think we have same culture. First of all, let me to say this is we have same culture and same civilization. We have ancient relation with India from long time, so that this is two civilization will sharing together to make this party or this event. And from long time we have all the relation with India, so that we want to improve and enhance relation with the Indian government on all the fields.